Hi Abby, Fred, Melton Toyota. Congratulations, look at this car. That's yours, yeah. RAV4 Cruiser Hybrid. There's your number plate, so you can do the insurance there. So you got the LED lights. I probably should switch them on for you then. You got your bi-xenons in there somewhere. Front camera, and behind the badge there's also a radar, millimeter radar technology there. Lovely looking car. As you can see, you got the moonroof, so you can open that up on a nice sunny day. Here you've got your rain sensing wipers, and you've also got a monocular camera to work with the radar, give you distances and also shapes, so that you know, your Toyota safety systems kick in. Your mirrors, you've got your blind spot there, keyless entry, push button start, so we lock it like so, and to open it we just put our hand in and you can open the car thusly. Nice black alloys there, gorgeous looking car. Your side steps, I missed that before. You've got your tow kit here, okay, and your pin system is there, so the lumen wiring is done for you. Again, in the rear you've got a camera right there. You can tell it's a hybrid by the blue in the badge, gorgeous looking thing. You've got an electronic tailgate. Yeah, we put the rubber mat in there for you this morning. And have a look at that, just a beautiful car, front to back, gorgeous. Your JBL speakers, you've got your a little section here where you can put little bits and bobs as well. The spare is underneath. I'm just trying to pull this up. So you've got a space saver under there with your jack, all your tools, yeah, lovely. I'm just going to drop this again. You can see there's a button here to drop it. You've also got that on your keys, just fantastic. Now in the back here, this is the rubber mats you got the other day. You've got your two USB points down the bottom there, and they've got their own vents here. Beautiful leather seats, all been couple of cup holders there, and if you did want to drop the seats, they're a 60-40 split and they fold flat. Just one of the best cars there is. You've got anchor points as well there, so you can put car seats in. There you go, and it does go back a little bit further if you need to. All right, so moving now, this is the driver's door. Beautiful. Over here you've got the window controls, which you can lock with this button here. You've got the car locks. You can work your mirrors to go in and out, and adjust them with this here, left and right. You've also got here you've got set points for your seating for each key, so you can just you know, adjust the seat to where it's comfortable, and the steering wheel, and then you can you know, set it to the key as well. Inside here you've got some lumbar support. This is the backrest, and the front, it can adjust thusly up and tilt as well. You've got your rubber mats there. Here you've got your fuel on the right, and the bonnet. If you want to have a look at the bonnet, you just pull that out. Up here you've got your auto high beam, and you've also got your view for the camera, so you can actually do a front view if you're in drive, and different camera settings there. We'll go through that a tick later. And again, your automatic tailgate. I'm just going to hop in your car now. Oh, beautiful car. I'm going to switch on the electrics here just to show you. You've got a massive multi-information display there. with a beautiful setting there for you're ready. So the car is actually on. I probably shouldn't put my foot on the brake. I'm going to turn that on again, and just to feed the electrics, but I don't want the car to be on while I'm in the showroom. So on your right, you've got your fuel gauge up the top right, and down the bottom there on the right, you've got your temperature gauge. The gauge on the left tells you whether what sort of mode you're in, how you're driving. So if you're in a power mode, you're using more fuel, and eco mode, if for the most part, you should be driving in that sort of range between eco and the next dash up. The multi-information display is great. You've got different sections there where you can play around with and get to the screen you want. If I'm going to turn the car on because we're not going anywhere, but you can see there, it's giving you the average in fuel. You've got 900 k's to the tank. It's unbelievable. Ready means the car is on, and you have got different sections there, so you can turn your cruise control on and off here, and lane trace assist and departure alert on and off. There is a vibration mode in the steering wheel if you don't like the sound when that's working. Your FM AM here. You've also got what your distance is, how you're traveling, what's working, how full your battery is, what's charging the drive. This is one of the best screens to be on to turn all your features on and off. Lane trace assist, pre-collision systems, blind spot monitoring. This is your park assist. You can turn that off if you're reversing a trailer, for example. You don't want that beeping the whole time. So yeah, rear cross traffic alert as well. These are road sign assist, so you need those on. It gives you, if you have a look here, there's a little symbol there. That's your speed. Yeah, if you're speeding, it'll turn red, and if you're not, it'll tell you the speed that you're supposed to be at. And that's what that little these two things do, is they read the speed signs. You've got other vehicle settings as well. To turn the car on is quite simple. You can't hear it because it's very quiet when it runs on battery. All you need to do is put your foot firm on the brake and push this button. You don't have to hold the button, just push it. And then to turn it off, you just push that button again. So very simple. Here you've got your different audio modes. Here will change, if it's AM, FM, etc. These will change the stations or how do I put it, or the track that you're on. This here is your cruise control. When you push this, you get that little button here come up, little light there. Now that means that your cruise control is on. Once it's on, you get to the speed you're after, you can set it. You can cancel with this button or the brake, and you can resume it with this button. Now that button is only if the cruise control is still on. To turn it completely off, you just push that button again, and you'll see that it comes off completely again. Now when that's on, you've got lane trace assist that you can turn on and off there. Sets you up a bit like a bowling alley with the cheat guides coming up on the sides. You do need your hand on the steering wheel. It'll pull you back into the lane if you're in cruise, and alert you. And you can set different types of alerts there as well. And here you've got your distance. So you can set 1 to 3 lengths of the car in front of you. Now that will work on the speed, the length will depend on the speed you're doing. And so what that'll do is give you 1 to 3 car lengths, up to you how you set it. If I turn this on again, and I'll push this button, you can see on the big screen, it'll tell you just where the cruise control is, 1, 2, or 3 lengths of the car in front of you. It'll keep that distance. It's pretty accurate. It will change the way you drive, really. You can almost do this hands-free. I shouldn't say that, but it is that good. Just behind it here, you can see the lights. Those lights you can set to auto, probably a good idea. Here you've got auto rain sensing wiper things with the cameras and sensors in the back of the rear view mirror, or in front of it, I should say. That will give you, your distances and stuff in the cruise control. That's that side of it. You've got as I said, your lights. You can set your auto auto wipers as well, front and back, and that's quite handy as well. Over here, this is for your multi-information display. You can change different screens, go back screens. To pick up the phone, you just push that button, and to change volumes, you hit that. You can also use the voice recognition button to do tasks for you. Now, what I'm going to do is just show off a little bit here. I'm going to hold this. Find the closest McDonald's. Just try that again. Sorry, the volume. I'll turn that up a bit. Find McDonald's.
Showing a list of McDonald's nearby. Is this correct?
Yeah. You can say yes if you want to, but I just push the buttons. Now there you go. I've untuned that, so I'll turn this down. I just changed that. Now, this is the sat nav. As you can see, I've verbally told it where to go.
Please proceed to the highlighted road. Then the route guidance will start.
Now it's set to southwest. I'm going to put it north, and your cursor will stay north for you. Now, that's how easy it is. And if you want to change this, that's how the distance to your target, or you can change that to. I've cancelled that now, but we're going to go back. Where are we? Enter. We're going to go. Now it's doing the distance. Oh, your engine just switched on. So this here, you can change this one. Oh, if I hit OK.
Please proceed to the highlighted road. Then the route guidance will start.
I've hit the wrong button again. Apologies. It's not that difficult. I just hit enter and go. We're doing the same thing again. Apologies. Now that button there.
Please proceed to the highlighted road. Then the route guidance will start.
You can switch to how many kilometers and minutes, or you can switch to that hitting the target. So that'll just plod along until it hits the target. And you can cancel using this button here and delete the destination. In this case, yes. Now, to set up your Bluetooth, all we need to do is go to the menu here and hit phone. And there are no registered devices. Do we want to add one now? Yes. And you just follow the process on the screen and on your phone, and you should be, there's 3 steps, and you should be already paired up for the Bluetooth. You can use Apple CarPlay if you prefer. So what that'll entail is you need to be plugged into this thing here. Plug your phone into that. If you have an Android phone, you can use Android Auto. You need to download that from the Android Auto Apple CarPlay apps or Google Play. Now you've got a cordless charger here. You do need that on if you're to use it. That's off. That's on. When you put your phone on it, and I can't demonstrate because I'm using my phone, it will turn amber. That's when you know. That's when you know that it's charging your phone. Your screen should reflect that. Now, it's getting a bit warm in here, so I'm going to turn this up. I'm going to put aircon on. Oh, fan on first, sorry. And then we're going to, aircon is on. And so all the way left is cold, all the way right is hot. You can set it to auto. Now, auto will just do the fan for you, yeah? Pick up the fan and the temperature. And if I decide to take over, I can turn auto off. Sorry, I can turn dual off, and I can control both sides. Yeah, if you want to have different, they can get lower, I can go higher, etc. Yeah. Now, rear demister, front demister. Eco is anywhere you see eco, it's for ecology, not economy. Eco is just a eco-friendly way of running your heating and cooling, and you can turn that on or not. It doesn't affect the power too much, but you will notice in some cases if you're going uphill a trailer on, you might notice a little bit of a lag. But essentially, the RAV4 is such a great car that you probably won't. Now you've got heated seats, high and low. You've also got here traction control, electronic stability control. That symbol's quite used in all makes and models. If you switch that off, you're basically a rally car driver. You don't want to switch that off, especially in the wet. That keeps you on the road a bit more. Yeah, it electronically, the wheels will talk to each other and keep you on the road, stop you from spinning out. Aquaplaning is such too much. It's a pretty good feature. Just leave that on. Here you've got a 12-volt plug as well, so you can just open that up if you need to use it. Okay, when you put the car into drive, you notice the park brake comes off automatically. When you put it in park, it comes on automatically. Auto hold over here. Auto hold is for when you're in drive. You put your foot on the brake and you'll get a light come up on your multi-information display. Now that light means that it's on. Then another light will come up when you've had your foot on the brake for long enough to take it off, a couple of seconds, and then that's to say that it's active, and then you can remove your foot from the brake. I'll demonstrate that for you now, but I haven't got my seatbelt on, just walking through the features here. As you can see, when I put it in reverse, you'll see that there's a front, an aerial view of your car. You've got sensors in the front, sensors in the back, and an aerial view. They call it panoramic view monitor on the left-hand side here. And on the right, that red line's 50 centimeters, the middle's 1 meter, and that's 2 meters at the end. Now you can change that screen using the view button over here next to your door. If I push that, you'll see different views. You'll see that here. You can change the view. If I have it in drive, it's still initiating this. I'm going to cancel this, sorry. And you can use this button too on the screen. As you can see, it's cancelled. What I'm going to do is put the car in reverse. There, you see that. So different views, different screens. You can change that back to wide screen, and that's the screen there. If I put this car into drive, you can push that view button, as I said, and what that does is it gives you the front camera. Now this is your car from the front, and you can see it still gives you the panoramic view monitor. You can click the screen to get, say, as close as you can to a corner, or you might want to do the skirting side as well. You can change that screen to show the skirting so you don't scuff your rims. Where are we? So the other thing, sorry, I have to apologise for this. There's a bit of mucking around here, but you get the idea, and you can change that also to give you the skirting. So I'll push that button again, and back to that screen. Yeah, so I'm going to take it out of drive, just show you a few other things. You got EV mode. You probably never need to use that. The power control unit will do all the battery stuff for you. Here you've got eco and sports mode. Now push for normal. If I go back to the screen, I'm going to turn this to the left, and you see when I do eco mode, it's green, and also the button turns green. If I turn it to the right, it turns red, and your button turns red. Now that's sports mode, and just to hit it once like that is normal mode. It's like a blue. So you can go all sorts of different modes. If you want a bit sportier, a bit racier, go to the right. A bit more, I'm not going to say fuel efficient, a bit more environmentally friendly, but it does save you a smidgen, if that's a word, just a little bit on fuel. Trail mode as well. If you're in trail mode, then you're on rough terrain, rough surface. You've got cup holders here. In here, you've got a couple more USB points. You've got a bit of room there as well. You can set that up however you want to set that up. I'm just putting this back in. There we are. Close that. You got a bit of shelving here. Your books, your registration, everything's in the glove box. Fantastic. So you've also got up here auto. I'll take my face out of that screen. Auto for the chromatic mirrors, so your high beams won't be, someone behind you with high beams won't be as flashy. Up here, this is either for your glasses or for a Snickers bar. You've got also up and down for the so these controls here. This one here is for the moon roof, and that one there is to open and close it. Yeah, so this is to open the cover, and this and that over here is to open and close the roof. Here you've got the lights for the car. I like to turn the door lights off in case you've left the door slightly open, you don't get a flat battery. And your lights are pretty simple. Your lights are just there. You can turn them on and off. You've also got mirrors with lights as well, and you can see there mirrors with lights as well. The airbag warnings everywhere. Just an absolute beautiful car. Thank you, and yeah, we'll see you a bit later today. I'll hand you the keys. Make sure you're insured, everything's good, and you've got the registration plate number from yesterday. Gotch says thank you as well. I'll just have one little thing to sign and I'll hand you the keys and a little gift, and thank you very much. Do here, I can't even turn the screen. Let's see if this works. Thank you very much, and we'll see you on the road. Stay safe.